I'd like to call to order the Superstition Vista Community Facilities District Number 1 meeting of September 17th, 2024 to order. Order, and ask everyone to put their cell phones in silence. Roll call.
Chairman Wilson,
Here.
Vice Chairman Schroeder,
Present.
Board Member Cross,
Here.
Board Member Heck,
Here.
Board Member Johnson,
Here.
Board Member Nesser,
Present.
Board Member Soller. Here. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Consideration and approval of minutes of the special meeting of August 20th, 2024. Do I have a motion?
You're on.
Yes.
No.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Vice Chairman Schroeder,
Yes.
Board Member Nesser,
Yes.
Board Member Heck,
Yes.
Board Member Soller,
Yes.
Board Member Johnson,
Yes.
Board Member Cross,
Yes.
Chairman Wilson.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Presentation, discussion, and public hearing on the final assessment for the Superstition Vista Community Facility District Number 1, Assessment Area Number 4. Zach.
Good evening, Chairman, Board. Zach Sakis with Greenberg Trorg, serving as special counsel to the district. With the chairman's permission, I'll go through all three agenda items.
Okay.
And happy to come back up if there's questions about the items as you work through.
Now, the other ones are presentation, discussion, consideration of resolution number 2024-009, SVCFD number 1. And number 4 is presentation, discussion, and consideration, resolution number 2024-010, SVCFD number 1.
Great. So when we last talked in August, we took the preliminary steps regarding assessment area number 4. We looked at the project and approved the feasibility, and it's for a streets portion along Radiance Avenue. The amount of lots that will be included in this district, again, is 432 lots. After the board approved actions at our last meeting, there's interim steps where, working with the district engineer, we recorded the assessments against each lot. All of the lots are owned by D.R. Horton. I don't anticipate any landowners coming tonight to object to anything because they've asked us to do this transaction. But in any event, the first step on the agenda is a public hearing. This is the final public hearing regarding the assessments, the amount, the work, and it's the last opportunity for a property owner to object to anything that has led us up to tonight. Following that public hearing, the next item is to conclude that the work has been completed. We have received confirmation from the district engineer that the work is complete, and then likewise the city engineering team with respect to the street approved it and determined it to be acceptable to the city standards in April. Again, from the very beginning, our deal with the developers in Superstition Vistas is they take all the risk and build everything, and then when it's done and everybody's happy that it's done, then we look to bond financing. So that's exactly what we're doing here, as we've all agreed to since the beginning. The last item, now that assuming that that's approved, and again, these all need to be handled sequentially, please, because there's an order in the statute so we can't do it all as one motion. The last item is the resolution for the board to approve the issuance of bonds. The statute, I know this is the fourth time, so you can tell me to fast forward if you'd like, but statute, very broad ability for the CFD to issue bonds, and then we narrow and provide parameters that the board wants us to stay within for this issuance. So, for example, we know the maximum assessment per lot is $5,000, so the 432 lots times the 5,000 is the $1,660,000 par amount of the bonds. We have a maximum interest rate, we have a maximum amount of time that the bonds can be outstanding, and then various provisions where once residents move into their home, how they can prepay the assessment should they so choose to do so. And then in addition, how the bonds will be sold, and then the typical obligations of the district on an ongoing basis regarding continuing disclosure to investors, as well as federal tax law compliance, because again, the bonds are sold on a tax-exempt interest rate, which means lower than what you'd get going to your local Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and that advantageous financing rate means that the ultimate property owners are paying less interest as they pay their assessment installment payments over time. We anticipate the transaction to move forward promptly, should it so be approved this evening by the board, and we would close in October, and then the district would acquire the portion of the street from D.R. Horton at that point. Happy to answer any questions, and otherwise be available if other things come up once you move through the items.
No questions? No questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, well, now I'll do the first one. I'll open up to the public hearing. And since there's really no public
No
here,
public.
I will close the public hearing. And any further discussion from the board? Okay. There's no motion on this item, okay?
Not on number 2, but number 3 and number 4 both have motions
Okay,
for
so
resolutions.
we don't have to vote on that one?
No, that was just the public hearing for those
Okay.
items.
Presentation, discussion, and consideration of resolution number 2024-009. Any additional discussion from the board? Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I move that resolution number 2024-009, SVCFD number 1, a resolution of the Board of Directors of Superstition Vistas Community Facilities, District Number 1, approving the assessment and the proceedings hereunto had and taken for the Superstition Vistas Community Facilities, District Number 1, Assessment Area Number 4, determining the work has been completed in accordance with the plans and specifications, and ordering the collection of the amount assessed be approved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call?
Vice Chairman Schroeder,
Yes.
Board Member Nesser,
Yes.
Board Member Heck,
Yes.
Board Member Soller,
Yes.
Board Member Johnson,
Yes.
Board Member Cross,
Yes.
Chairman Wilson.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay. Consideration of resolution number 2024-010.
Mr. Chair.
Discussion, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
No more further discussion. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I move that resolution number 2024-010, SVCFD number 1, a resolution of the Board of Directors of the Superstition Vistas Community Facilities District Number 1, authorizing the issuance of its assessment area number 4, special assessment bonds, Series 2024, in the aggregate original principal amount of not to exceed $1,660,000, approving the form and authorizing the execution and delivery of a bond registrar, transfer agent, and paying agent contract, a purchase contract relating to the bonds, a continuing disclosure undertaking, and certain other documents securing the payment of or relating to the bonds, ratifying and approving a preliminary official statement relating to the bonds, approving a final official statement relating to the bonds, awarding the bonds to the purchaser thereof, appointing a registrar, transfer agent, and paying agent for the bonds, and authorizing the taking of other actions securing the payment of and relating to the bonds be approved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call?
Vice Chairman Schroeder,
Yes.
Board Member Nesser,
Yes.
Board Member Heck,
Yes.
Board Member Soller,
Yes.
Board Member Johnson,
Yes.
Board Member Cross,
Yes.
Chairman Wilson.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay. Well, that was a very heavy meeting, and the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Peter.